short presentation about introduction to the measure phase. Here you will understand the important questions which the Six Sigma team must be able to answer during the toll gate review. Then the important steps in the measure phase, 3 steps we always say, and then deliverable at the end of the measure phase, and then the tools and techniques that are required for you to deliver results, right? First question, have you identified the CTQs? Then only data collection plan can be worked out, isn't it? So you already defined the problem. Have you correctly identified the CTQs or not? That's the first question you should be able to answer. Do you have an appropriate data collection plan? What is data collection plan? Sample size, sampling technique, who will collect the data, when he should collect the data, how he should collect the data, which measuring equipment you should use, which measurement unit you should follow. You should mention everything in your check sheet. Now the check sheet, together with the information is called data collection plan. Is your measurement system capable and adequate for the kind of information you are trying to collect? Is that equipment is really capable? Capable means it comes with less error. Adequate means it works well throughout the range of the data. Let's say you are using an ammeter and you are going to measure current from 5 ampere to 20 ampere. Can this ammeter work well throughout the range? That's called adequacy, right? You require measuring equipment, measurement system to be capable as well as adequate. It should work in the same manner throughout the working range, right? That's called adequacy. Is the data collected appropriate for analysis? The collected data is considered appropriate, considered worthy if it is free from error. If it is free from error, if at all there is error, error must be, if at all there is error, the error must be less than 10%. Right? The data collected is considered appropriate and worthy for analysis if the error involved is less than 10%. And we will find a way to measure the measurement error. There are tools that can help you to measure. How far is your project goal from the current performance? Now you collected the data, calculate the baseline, calculate the ground reality. In project charter, you have given the target. Now your baseline is available, target is known. The difference between the baseline and the target is called gap in performance. So the project goal is clearly understood. The gap in the performance is clearly understood. These are the questions you should be able to answer at the end of the measure phase, what we call it as toll gate review, where the project leader, department head, project champion, project sponsor, and the management team, all of them will be sitting and you will be presenting. So these are the steps. First step, data collection plan. Create a very appropriate data collection plan. Now validate the measurement system. You create a data collection plan, but don't collect the data. Ensure your measurement system is good. Measurement system means the equipment, the person who is collecting the data, the environment under which he is collecting the data, the product that is getting measured, the feature that is getting measured, the instruction that has been provided. Everything put together is called a measurement system. Is this measurement system good to go? Is this measurement system capable or not? And that is the step. Then only you should collect the data and then you should calculate the baseline performance. When it comes to the baseline performance, you can calculate the baseline performance in terms of sigma level, which we discussed, in terms of DPU, in terms of DPO, in terms of DPMO, in terms of the success rate, otherwise called as yield, in terms of the failure rate, otherwise called as rejection, CPCPK, PPPPK, PPM. Please understand, all are same. All are same. But you need to have a proper clarity so that you can use all of them. And all these tools will be discussed in the baseline performance, right? The main deliverable of the measure phase is baseline performance. And now what are the tools you need to master? For data collection plan, you should master something called data type. There are 2 types of data, continuous data and attribute data. Attribute data is otherwise known as discrete data. Continuous data means measurable. Attribute data means countable. For example, defective buttons, you can count. For example, diameter, you can measure. So data type is something you need to master. Operational definition. The instruction that you are providing should never create ambiguity. Anything you speak people should understand in the same manner. If there are 10 people listening to you, they understand in 10 different ways, which means you don't have a proper operational definition, right? And then measurement system validation, bias, deviation from the true value, repeatability, the error that occurs when you take the same reading multiple times. When the same reading you take multiple times, if you are not consistent, there is called repeatability. If multiple data collectors are involved, if they don't agree to each other, there is called reproducibility. And together it is measured using a tool called gauge R&R. And then baseline performance, yield, traditional yield, first pass yield, throughput yield, DPMO, CPCPK, PPPPK, PPM, right? And all those things comes under measuring the baseline performance. All these tools we will be learning after our lunch, right? So this is about introduction to the measure phase. So all these tools you will be learning in detail in the upcoming lessons. So let me stop the recording.